It says I'm live. Who is that guy? I don't know. How are you? I was hauling tushy for the last. I came up here and casually started to do things, and maybe took too long putting some clothes away, and then said, "Well, I'm losing time here." And before you know it, I'm realizing that I have many things to do, and I finished them just now. Sorry for being about 7 minutes late. Welcome to Worldwide Ramblings for a Saturday. Saturday night's all right for fighting. I was never good at that. Why do something yourself that Smith and Wesson can do better? I say, I don't know. Hello, Neo. How are you? Karen Phillips, welcome. I like it how you're always like in the first few and then we just don't hear from you. I want to know all about Karen Phillips, though. I don't know your favorite music, your favorite food, have you ever been to Germany? Questions like that. um, and Elaine Peterson is here from Seattle, Washington. Seattle, Washington. Hello, Jack and family. Love you all. Thank you, Neo. Nonstick Pam joins us as well. Hi. Welcome. I am a very busy man when I'm uh, fighting. I'm playing Beat the Clock. The folks are home playing Beat the Clock. What song is that from? Who knows? Who will be first to tell me without looking it up? M. Silva is here from the Lone Star State. She's coming out as a proud Texan, and we're very happy about that. Well, here's someone we've missed for a few shows. The Grand Patriarch himself has once again posted bail. Very good, Richard. Hello, Mr. Jack. Hi, Richard. How's your health? I'm going to run some blood work on you if you don't mind. Sandra Fair. Hey, hello, friends. Hello, Sandra Fair. She's always fair. She really is. Helen McDonald from Aussieland. Hi, Jack and everyone from Oz, the wonderful kingdom of Oz. Sunday morning, 10:40 a.m. here. See, I always think it's already afternoon, but no, it's only 10:40, huh? Do you ever change your clocks ahead or back or anything like that? I wonder. See, you have a Woody on your shirt. Is there a bird on my shirt? Neo, your comments are always, they're unique. They're unique. M. Silva says, I love living in Texas. Well, you're about to have 100 degrees for 4 months, so you enjoy it, M. Silva. Jeez. I may be joining you myself in that 100-degree heat. I better put on the I know what I'll do. I know. By the way, I'm going to get to content in just a few minutes. Those of you that are tuning in for content because you saw the title, I'll put on the Mando. Oh, Mando, well, you came and you gave without taking, but you make me smell really nice, kind of like Grandma's cedar chest, at least this particular edition of it. Look for the orange and what is that, gray? Yes. You want to smell like Clover Woods. I like it. I like it a lot. But I don't use it everywhere. But there is a few areas that it's perfect for. Yeah. I'll bring the Mando out to Texas there. One of my exes lives in Texas, M. Silva, not far from you. Not far from you. Jeanette Fair is here. We're having a big fair now. We have two fairs going at the same time. Hello. Yeah. No, I did not know that a Woody was the nickname of the wooded panel car. I think what we did here is we referred to it in the 70s as the acidic Jewish car of choice, the paneled Ford station wagons. And darned if on the way up to the Catskill Mountains or coming back, you didn't see one pulled over, broken down, and like five people standing around it, all in black coats, or at least, white shirts and black pants and black hats. But now they have moved on to Honda vans. Honda vans are the vehicle of choice now for the acidics who live, or at least summer, in the Catskills. And believe me, there's a lot of Jewish camps starting in Wurtsboro on up. This camera angle is so weird, isn't it? So weird. Makes me look like I'm wearing a toupee. I know. I realize it does. I get it. Richard, what's going on with you? Oh, dear. He's being blue on blue, heartache on heartache, blue on blue, now that we are through. Huh. Yeah, so there, the two fair sisters that live in different regions are hooking up there, Sandra and her sister Jeanette. Yeah. I don't like the cold, but you don't like 100 degrees either, right? Like, I know it's been chilly there because I talked to my son today. He was doing hot shots. Now, that does not mean, he was nipping on anything. No, hot shots is what they call the Saturday food service runs when a client that they really like, they won't do it for everyone, I don't think, but a prominent client says, "Oh my goodness, I'm I'm running out of burgers at my burger joint. I'm going to need 4 cases of burgers, stat." And Saturday, there's a driver who comes out and goes to all these various places. "Oh my goodness, I've run out of tortilla shells," whatever. Uh, you just bring them a few things. So it's not like unloading a whole truck. It's not a bad job. You don't start till 10 in the morning, and you go around for 4 or 5 hours putting out fires, delivering stuff that people really have to have. I suppose there's a little more money when you want it stat, you know what I'm saying? But that's what he was doing today. So we had a nice conversation. I'll be seeing him this summer, God willing, and the creek don't rise. I'll say that much. And I'm very happy about that. Well, here's Barbara. Hello, Barbara. Ba 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 Barbara. Well, welcome to you. Hello to everyone from St. Charles. St. Charles. I'm thinking of the way Count Petofi said Charles. He said Charles, Charles, St. Charles, Missouri. Huh. So what's your temperature there, Barbara? What's your tempy? Because it's been crazy, go nuts. I mean, the master gardener next door is covering up his strawberry plants and other vegetable plants, and this isn't the first time he's had to do this in the last few weeks after we were in the 80s and in late March, So, he's tired of this, I mean, what's the temperature? 47 degrees here. It never got that warm, but a few days ago it was at least upper 60s. I have to check the 5-day forecast to see what we can expect, in terms of the immediate future. We are ready from some increase in the temperatures, some warmer weather. Hot Shots is also a comedy movie. Tell me all about it, Neil. I'm sure you've seen it. The Woody is a pecker. That's a good one, Richard. That's a good one. Richard will be at the Laugh It Up Comedy Club in West Palm Beach next Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Get your tickets now. Yeah, in attendance will be his wife, Vivian Lee Lyon. You'll know who she is because she'll be throwing the rotten tomatoes. But I don't like the cold, that's for sure. So I try not to complain, but I'm going to get a real test of that when I'm in 100-degree heat in Texas this summer, aren't I? Gee, huh. It just is relentless for like 4 months, is it not? Well, Jack, Al Gore is now predicting, yeah, he's doing new predictions, isn't he? I didn't hear the story yet. A coming horrific ice age. You're kidding me. And did they on CNN or MS Communist Now, did they rub his nose in all his past comments about, everything? Oh, the polar bears are gonna just gonna die on the spot. The glaciers, what do you call them? It's all gonna melt. None of it was true. Oh my goodness. That guy has a voice that is so grating. Laurie Merrick, where you been? Good evening, Jack and everyone. Greetings from Hamilton, Canada. That's where I went to see my. What was he? Was he any relation to me? I was just a little boy, I was in. I was about to go into second grade at John S. O'Connor Catholic school in Montreal. Is it still there? I don't know, but we went to Hamilton to see some distant relatives my mom had. How she knew them from there when she was from Liverpool, England, I'm not sure. But we went to Hamilton. It seemed very nice there, but I was a little boy and remember almost nothing of it. So that's really, a very limited perspective. I just remember I liked it. And this guy had one of these little tiny cars with the engine in the back, and you open the door to the front, you open the front of the car to get in the car. I don't know what it was called, but it was kind of cool. And it came with a guarantee. If you were in a head-on collision and you didn't die instantly, you got your money back. They never had to pay out. It's like a Yugo. They never had to pay out. Vivian says hello. Hi, Vivian Lee Lyon. How do you put up with that guy, eh? How do you do it? I don't know. Fancy Nancy from Tornado Alley is here. Oklahoma. Hello, Jack and family and friends, or whatever terminology you feel comfortable in using. Hobdob 2 joining Nancy. Hi, Jack and everyone. 88 WPB wins per bucket. I don't know. And what's that signal? Is that the QAnon signal or something going on there, Richard? Are you in QAnon? QAnon? However you say that? I don't know. Because I've seen that signal and I never know what it was, but that's a very good one. Top that, Neil. Oh, dear. Yes, I know, Richard, you think that Woody Allen is a fine, outstanding man, and they should just stop spreading these malicious untruths about him. We can all agree he's an incredible director, right? I mean, I would certainly agree. That would be my opinion, and a fine comedic actor as well. Other than that, I don't know what I could endorse about Woody. Oh, things are coming to mind from my DJ side of my medulla, the DJ side of my medulla, and I'm not gonna access those files. Oh dear. But if it were 3 o'clock in the morning and I was back on 92 Rock 7, I probably would have. Huh. Huh. Hello. See, now here's Katina Swatsworth. I kind of feel like Mother Bernadette just came in the room, Katina, and she's got the ruler in her hand, and she is eternally PO'd. Yeah. And she's going to come up behind you and whack, whack. She did that to Karen. And to this day, Karen hasn't gotten over it. So, and all she was doing is she noticed a bug on the back of the boy who sat in front of her. So she was going like that. And Mother Bernadette thought she was horsing around and hit her with a ruler. Yeah. I question whether some of these nuns were spirit-filled. And Brother Stanislaus in Montreal, he had a big stick, or was it a whip? I think it might have been a whip, Brother Stanislaus. He was like the assistant principal. Oh, a scowling look on his face. It wasn't like Cardinal Dolan, not like your favorite uncle kind of look. No, he had a whip, and he'd stand out there as you were leaving for the day, and he'd be cracking the whip in his hand, and he'd say something like, "Oh, I'd like to give this to you," something like that. There was some wonderful priests, though, too, in my experience, but I just remember that. I had a very nice lay teacher, can't think of her name. Uh, Almost wanted to say Mrs. Vinoy, but I think that might have been from a school here in New York. But she was sweet. She was an older woman, and she was sweet. So I lucked out, as I have so many times, and I don't even believe in luck, Richard. Do you believe in love? I don't know what I'm saying. Hit the likes for Mr. Jack if you are enjoying. Yes. What you would be enjoying, I don't know. 53 are watching. I've got to get the content, 16 likes. Now, Chameleon, for your information, Neo, Mr. Neo, can also apply to humans. We use it in our human vernacular, don't we? So let me see. Where's that? Yes, chameleon. Didn't Elton John do a song, something about a chameleon? I don't know. A chameleon is a type of old world lizard. The family, oh God, they stretched the word out. I can't pronounce that. I only went to sixth grade, and then I stopped paying attention completely in seventh and eighth. Uh, it's all about its ability to rapidly change skin color, its long tongue, like Gene Simmons, and independently, I like this, independently moving eyes. We've all known somebody like that, haven't we? And I'm not talking Sammy Davis Jr. He couldn't help it. Don't make those Sammy jokes, Richard. The term also refers to a person who frequently changes opinions or behaviors to suit their environment or please others. Now, when I'm talking about Pastor Bob Joyce being a chameleon, I don't mean any of that. I mean that his face seems to change frequently. He goes from looking just like the greatest star that ever lived to, gee, I don't know, the same man. I'm not talking about all the lookalikes. I'm not talking about all the lookalikes, you know, who don't have the eyes that Pastor Bob has. In my humble opinion, I could be wrong, you know. I mean, I have two ex-wives that would tell you I'm full tilt bozo. I'm crazy, go nuts, you know. I'm I'm uh I'm operating on only two cylinders. And two cylinders is just not enough, especially when you're going up a hill. So no, I mean, the Pastor Bob that that we think is very much like that singer. What was his name? This man right here with beautiful Walina and her son, Robert Wayne Joyce's son, Matt Joyce. Uh, um, that's what we expect him to look like. That's what we expect him to look like. But does he change like a chameleon sometimes? This will be the thumbnail, this picture right here. It's the same guy. And I know, people have serious looks and they have smile looks, but still. That's eerie. And I don't mean Erie, PA, or Lake Erie, or the old Erie restaurant downtown owned by the mayor, who's the reason we have a sanctuary city. That's piercing. And all he is there is getting prepared to do a straight on interview where he will look more like the Pastor Bob that we see every week. I've got more pictures than Carter's got liver pills, but who buys Carter's liver pills anymore? There's so many more other things now. They probably went out of business. You know, he is capable of looking different. Um, Here's our Pastor Bob right there. Hair looks different in every video, too. I'll say that much. Our beloved Pastor Bob in the pulpit there. Yeah, that's how we expect him to look. Well, here's a picture. It doesn't look anything like him. I can't help myself. I'm sorry. Pastor Bob here. LWC. Bob Joyce music.com, bobjoycemusic.com. You got to sign up. Here's a Christmas shot that they did. $9.99 a month, and you can get exclusive content. You can get the Pastor Bob Joyce blog, all kinds of videos, inside information, etc., etc. LWC Media, Pastor Bob's management team. And it has led to them doing many professional headshots like this one. Like this one. Isn't that a wonderful picture? He's such a handsome man. And then there are those other things like, what do I do with that? He's at a wedding. What do I do with this? I think it's the same wedding, but it's not the same person. This is crazy. Go nuts, the story. I tell you what, there's nothing that can compete with Pastor Bob Joyce's story. Nothing that I've ever seen. We showed you last week, Pastor Bob with his birthday cake. I think the most recent birthday cake. And then there's this. It's not him. It's not him. Even says in there, the other Bob Joyce. Could that be the guy I showed you before with the dark hair? Maybe, baby. The chameleon thing again. Not sure. They are trying to drive me bonkers. And then, of course, from 2011, the picture is behind me, but I think I'm blocking it. There it is. I bring the mic down low. Here's Karen, and right under it, the 5x7 version of this that I'm going to show you here. A picture says 1,000 words from 2011. Is it 2011? Because that doesn't look like the 2011 background, but yeah, it's about that time. Yeah. If you know, you know. Pastor Bobby doesn't look, they keep saying it, he doesn't look like he could possibly be 91 years old. They tell me this, I've heard this so much. If one more person says that, all we need is a DNA test. I know you've never heard that before. I've heard it. You try to get that. Go to Riley and ask for Elvis DNA. See what she tells you. Oh, boy. He doesn't look like he could possibly be 91 years old. Pictures on the right and the left. Yeah, he does. Who's that in the middle? This is just amazing. For goodness sakes, somebody get Keith. Somebody get Kurt Russell on the phone while he's still breathing. This story needs to be told, and he's the man to do it. He's my choice. He's been the choice before. So that's just a little thing about the chameleon thing. What you say, folks? What you say? What's your opinion? How do we come to talk about Boy George? I don't know. Richard has a crush on Boy George. Vivian, this is not good. This is not a good admission. Let's see here. Where are we? I lost you, Richard. Oh, there you are. Vivian says, pictures lie, we can look different. One picture and 5 minutes later look like another. Well, to a degree, but you can't just become a whole other person, you know. Now, people who take Botox injections, for example, and they get them here, will look younger, but you can only have them every 3 months, and maybe in 2.5 months in, you start to look older again in the temple, wherever they're putting that Botox, and you got to be careful when you're talking about the face. His nose changes, says Katina. Okay, I'm bound to miss something like that because it's just not my thing. There are creators, including Donald Stone, I think, and there are others. I'm not going to say if they don't want me to say that to talk about those things, but it's just never been my cup of Tetley. Never been my cup of Tetley because I'm the chronological story guy. You know, I'm much more interested in George Klein's funeral and who was there than the nose. But they do say the nose knows. Well, it's been a long time, Overbill Automotive. Welcome. He's talking to Richard Lyon. He don't want to talk to me. Oh, yeah. Star Trek challenging, like in the Star Trek Deep Space Nine, I think it was. Well, see, I'd have to be a Trekkie to know what the hey you're talking about. You know who's not a Trekkie? William Shatner. He doesn't want to talk about this. Don't go up to him at a fan convention and start talking about your favorite episode. He'd like to just press a button and a trap door would come out and down you'd go. You know, he doesn't want to talk about that. But if he's in the right mood in an interview, he will talk about it a little bit. You know, he appreciates what it did for him. He appreciates it and all the things that it led to in the future. Hey, you're a Trekkie too, huh, Richard? You didn't like, what's his name? Patrick Stewart? I just love Patrick Stewart. I never saw him in Star Trek. I've seen him in other things. He did a very funny Saturday Night Live skit once that I won't talk about. But I've seen some of his work, but obviously none of it was good enough that I remember what I saw. Jeez, I'd have to think about it. Yeah, I know you're a Trekkie, like I'm a Dark Shadows fan, and we just can't get enough, right? I could sit here and talk about Dark Shadows for a solid hour and not miss a beat, and you could probably do that with Star Trek. Filter, yeah, but I don't believe that it leads to. I don't believe it leads to. Where are my pictures now? I'm in a sea of pictures. I don't believe a filter could make Pastor Bob Joyce look like that. I don't think that's correct. And why would he use it? Why would he use it? I think that's a whole different man. What do you say, Jupiter's Realm? Hi, Jack. I'd like to say hello to all of you at once, as I'm still hen pecking typing. Now you had a wrist that you broke. Is that correct? You broke your wrist, right? I've never heard of firefly. I've heard of firefall. Just remember I love you and it'll be all right. We just watched Frankie and Johnny, Vivian's favorite big Elvis movie, huh? Huh. Huh. Have not seen it. I've only seen bits and pieces of the Elvis movies. I'm not that kind of Elvis fan. I'm not the Graceland, although I would go and enjoy it. I'm sure. I'm the loved his music, especially his singles, because I was, that's me, a pop DJ that got excited when the first time I heard "The Wonder of You." Oh, I was pretending to be Elvis. I might as well just say it. While the song was playing, I was standing in the studio with the mic up, and I was, singing along like I really in my world of fantasy. Sometimes a fantasy. I was pretending to be Elvis. I think that's probably an accurate statement. Let's see here. Yeah, he looks different, right? And there's a few more. Uh, you know, the guy who looks like he swallowed a canary is somebody totally different. But yeah, we have 64 watching right now. Please subscribe, like, hit the notification bell. That would help me a lot. Let's get some more subscribers. The bald and broke guy he put up a video today, and within 6 hours, he had 1,400 views. And, watching him rise from, a long time of not doing much at all to success has been very nice to see. Now, I have my own style of that, and I have one video up, and I did another video, and it was supposed to release at 4 o'clock on Friday afternoon, 4 or 5 o'clock. I think I put it down as the time that it would release. It was a 48-minute pre-recorded video. And I just started thinking about it. And I said, no, no. And this is the second time. If it's not right, I don't want to put it up. If it's not right, I know I'm not going to be at my best in a new topic necessarily right away. But if it just didn't feel right, I said, no, let me delete that. Forget that. So it looks like, well, he's not even trying to put up stuff, but actually I have been trying to put up stuff. But in terms of the Pastor Bob Joyce story, as the pastor does new things and new content is produced, um, then we certainly will put up new stuff. But always, I don't imagine the pastor's going to be robbing a bank or anything, so we're not going to have to worry about this. What I'm trying to say is I'm not looking to do any more of the pre-recorded. Uh, I don't want to say gotcha because it was never my intention to be a gotcha person. It was just my intention to do a provocative, true, what I thought was true or could be a possibility story. But we've pretty much covered that area. So there'll be some exciting things happening. And, but what I'm saying could easily be misconstrued. Um, I don't want that. So that's all I can say right now. Everything that comes to mind, I cannot say, well, here's someone new. Is it Dean? And there's that sign again. Richard, what is that sign? Tell me. You used it. Neo's got a king. A point and shoot camera, Panflex lens, etc. All makes people look different. Okay, but not that kind of different. Um, I noticed that the guys who do the abandoned places video, and I saw some today. I saw Ranger Rick. Is it Ranger Rick? Yeah, I think it's Ranger Rick. He does a bunch of abandoned places, but he blurs too much. The guy's dead and he's worried about blaring his name, you know? Come on, man. You go in every room and you're missing stuff because you're in such a hurry. You're not opening the drawers and stuff like that. It could be a real gem in those drawers. Sometimes you do, sometimes you don't. It's not thorough. It's not thorough. You can show pictures. You can show pictures, family pictures and stuff like that. You know, some people censor too much, and he's one of them, I think. I enjoyed the video still, but you know, you you don't have to censor as much as you're censoring. Big Ben's does that too, but not as bad. Not as bad. And who else did I see? Oh, that kid. That kid. Can't think of him right now. He's got a big mop of hair in the front. Big mop of hair. And he was in one place where he thought it might have been occupied by cartel members, or at least a cartel member who had a wife and kids, and everybody left real quick. I may be confusing two houses that I saw today, but there was this one house where it looked like they were bringing everything that they could to the 4-car garage, but they never got to load it because something happened, you know, whatever that might be. I enjoy those. I enjoy them when it's in an old abandoned amusement park, or I like the everything left behind homes. That's always interesting. And they covered Catskill Game Farms, which when we were children, Karen and I went to. We were in the same class, so we must have been there together at Catskill Game Farms in like third, fourth, fifth grade. I know we went more than 1 year to Catskill Game Farms, and that's no more. What else? You're missing out, talking about Firefly. You're missing out, and the movies to Serenity. But if you are a big Star Trek fan and I'm not, then we probably have different tastes, you know? I mean, I'm gonna watch an Anthony Hopkins movie before I'm gonna watch, um, I never saw Lord of the Rings. Oh, I saw bits and pieces of it. It's not my cup of tea. I know that is blasphemous to some people, that I never saw Lord of the Rings, but it's not my kind of movie. I have seen those kind of period pieces that were my kind of movie, like with Leonardo DiCaprio and others, but I I am not really drawn to. Now I love Lost in Space, but that was all because I enjoyed every actor on there. Some of the scripts were so silly, it was ridiculous. I realized that, and they thought so too. The talking vegetables one is the worst, but it was still a hoot to watch Jonathan Harris, and I've said this before, so I don't have to cover that again. But it just depends. It just depends. I mean, Boston Legal with William Shatner would have been far more fascinating to me than Lord of the Rings. I know it's another blasphemous statement. Wait a minute. You need to watch his movies so you know who Bob E is. LOL. Bob E. No, it's I don't know that his middle initial is E. I don't know what that means either, Richard, to be honest with you. Overbill, I run the Tidewater Browncoats. What the heck is that? I'm going to regret asking that question. Anybody tell me what that symbol is yet? And I missed it. So if you watch Frankie and Johnny, that's far removed from Star Trek, right? So at least you have a genre, and then you have other movies that you will enjoy outside that genre. Boy George came up because you said chameleon. Chameleon. I got it. I said not a karma chameleon. They could come and go. So Richard said, Boy George, this is Neo explaining this, since he's the lead singer of Culture Club. Really, I didn't know that. Still out there and still kind of looks like he did back then a little bit. He lost a ton of weight, I know that. So good for him. Good for him. Yeah. Okay, I see. Yeah. I'll send you a photo of Wayne Elvis's cousin, who also looks like Matt Joyce. Who is Wayne Elvis? Wayne Elvis. He's a cousin, right? We've got so many cousins. And then, of course, we've got all the people that are supposedly love child sons of Elvis and what have you. And then, of course, those who believe in the four brothers. Oh, brother. Oh, brother. Just want to see if I missed anybody here. It can happen sometimes. I did. I missed the Tennessee Titan. Hi there, Katina, he says. Welcome, Todd Bradshaw. Hello, Kat. Is Kat Timpf here? Kat Timpf is here? Oh, my goodness. I'm honored from the Gutfeld show. I didn't see you come in the first time, but there you are. Hello, all, and good evening. Right after Fancy Nancy DeMarco. Welcome, Todd, from the great state of Tennessee. Mr. Todd Bradshaw. I have to tell you, his little black book weighs 60 pounds. He's all full up, ladies. He's all full up. Oh, dear. Jackie Organ joins us, talking to Todd Bradshaw. I am also Elvis twin. You look nothing like him, Richard. Let's see, who do you look like? You kind of look like some actor that if I thought about it long enough, I might be able to come up with it. But I'm not going to be able to do it on the spot. I'm ignoring that last comment. Neo is totally irrelevant. Totally 100%, 1000% irrelevant. Lovely Rita Maid. Jack, you are great at remembering songs because it's from the past. It's the long-term memory. What I had for breakfast this morning, I'm struggling to remember. That's not true. I had a Premier caramel shake. I did. Protein shake. Doctor now says, why are you having a protein shake? You don't need it. Give them a little chance at some flavor. I don't think it's going to kill your dietary plan. If besides eating just chicken and vegetables all the time, they have a protein shake that's low in sugar, let them, it's psychologically, doctor. I know you know about this because you have a stomach. You have a stomach yourself. You may not be 742 pounds, which seems to be the magic number when they get on the scale. I don't know why you're calling it 600-pound life. It should be my 742-pound life. You could have easily lost 67 pounds if in the last 3 months you ate nothing but sawdust, chicken, and green vegetables. That's what I say. Bad breakfast, Harry. Harry? And then for lunch, well, Karen made blueberry pancakes. She did. But, she made them thin, and I had like 1.5. So it wasn't a really bad cheat. Thank you, Jack. Hope everyone is well. Hi there, Jackie Organ from Australia. Hope you're feeling better Doing okay here. Hmm. Yeah, I remember the old songs, but after 1988, I'm more lost than Hillary Clinton would be taking a lie detector test. That's all the politics I'm going to do tonight. That was it. I promise. I promise. Now, watch people start commenting on those things, and I'll feel the need to comment. Um, if I don't know what you're talking about, I can't answer you, Neil, because I don't know what that is. Jack, you look like you lost weight. Well, check out that. Well, you can't check it out because I deleted that. I deleted that sucker before we started the show, the promo. I oh, I committed the cardinal sin in the gazebo of not turning off the Wi-Fi, which is guaranteed to knock me off. It just doesn't switch the data. It does sometimes. Why not then? I don't know. So there's a shot where I'm holding the camera down and it's getting my worst angle. And I thought, oh, let me get rid of this. It got 76 views. So 76 people saw that. Just a little promo that we were coming on tonight. But if I don't remember to turn off that data, like I'm going to do a walking video soon. I want to show you the nice mural, right? When they paint on the side of a building. A mural that's up there at the California Avenue Maple Hill Park. I want to show you the train mural someone did. It's beautiful. So we'll go on a little walk, and you'll be able to see that soon. If not tomorrow, very, very soon. I don't know what the forecast is for tomorrow. Oh, it says rainy days ahead. Give me a break. Give me a break. But there is someone you look like, Richard, and I'm going to have to think about this. I mean, you do look a little like the guy from The Sopranos, Paulie. You do look a little like him, but that's not the one I'm thinking about. So, yeah, I got rid of that promo. Oh, gee, when I saw that, I thought, my goodness, we all have our sides, and me holding a camera down like this when I'm slumped over is not it. So I got a lot more weight to lose. In fact, Gloria Drummond was just coming on as I lost the connection again, even though I had turned off the Wi-Fi, and Gloria was coming on, and everybody was starting to say, I think we lost Jack. Hey, Jack and family. Hello, Gloria Drummond. Check out her channel right here at YouTube. Make it a point. Gloria Drummond, Jesus is the only answer. Check it out. She does live. She does pre-recorded, and easy to find here. Just type that in in the search bar. And Elaine Peterson is greeting you. Yeah, what is a brown coat? So I said it was a Firefly and Serenity fan. It's like you're from a whole other country, like maybe, I don't know, Istanbul? Istanbul? Perfect for you, Neil. Istanbul. Okay. I don't know what those things are. I mean, we all seek serenity, don't we? We all do. Let me go to the email here. Guy on the right looks like Matt. Oh, you gave me the picture. Heather Feather. Heather Feather did. I'll give you that. I'll give you that. Of course, it wouldn't be because the age wouldn't work, but I will give you that. I still don't think that, that we're looking at potentially Elvis's son when we look at Matt Joyce. We're looking at Robert Wayne Joyce's son. Yeah, I guess I've seen that before and I kind of skipped over it. So the audience, of course, is going to want to see this. We're so sorry, Uncle Albert, but we haven't done a bloody thing all day. Okay. All righty. Before I go back to the live stream, I was checking the email. So I just have to go back. Thank you, Heather. And thank you, Elaine Peterson, for hitting the Cash App for $5,000. No, I don't expect that ever. However, if Jeff Bezos is watching, if I won't say Bill Gates. Well, is Bezos any better? Whatever. Elaine Peterson hits the Cash App for a love tip. $10. The love tip is don't take a picture of yourself at that angle ever again. $10. Thank you, Elaine Peterson. Thank you so much. She's always in there. Oh, and so is Nanette. Love your shirt. Oh, thank you. It's another one of the three authentic Hawaiian shirts that I have, courtesy of Carol in the wonderful free state of Florida. Thank you, Carol. And thank you, Nanette, for hitting the Cash App. Love your shirt. And this is totally Carol. She picked out all three. She knew what I was looking for. She surprised me with one, and people love that shirt too. The maroon and yellow one. People like that. I'll wear that again in the future. I figure the year 2075. $10 from Nanette for the Cash App. So thank you very, very much. Back to the live stream. Before I show that picture, I'll just put that in there. Appreciate it so much. I appreciate, it was the Cash App and the thanks button that made April not a disaster, because in views it was a total disaster, and that's not nobody's fault but my own, except sometimes you feel like you gotta, I've been doing this every month, playing that game of, I got to get the views up. And when it's a quiet time in your main story, you don't try to fabricate and you don't take cheap shots. Anything we do here is in levity, and I think people know that. And everybody's already made up their mind here, It's either yay or nay, Renee. So let me just put a little more space there. And I'll show you that picture that Heather Feather sent us. Here we are. The Cash App handle is lowercase letters Media Guy 56. $1, $2, 5,000, $5,000, $5, $20. Whatever you can handle, and don't do it if you can't. You get the Cash App app by going to the Google Play Store and dragging it into your phone or whatever. And you have to link your checking account to that. I've been using it for, 7 or 8 years now, never had a problem at all. And I use it to send money and to receive money, mostly my tips, I don't find any of my ex-wives sending me money. You know what I'm saying? Media Guy 56. Jody Smith is here. Elaine is 100% in your book, or something she said was. Oh my goodness, Jody, I'm so glad God was with you. What happened, Jody? We'll back it up and find out before I show you that picture. Evening, Jack. Almost got sideswiped coming home from work. Lady pulled out of Phillips 66. Oh, yes, I've seen those. I know I'm on the road when I start seeing Phillips 66 parking lot, and neglected to yield to the ongoing traffic. But luckily, I escaped, not getting hit with no damage. Praise God. And your angel assigned to you, his name is Nathaniel. I had to come up with something. I'm s- I'm sorry you have hay fever. Yeah, that'll be annoying, isn't it? Hay fever is annoying. It comes around here usually when when I can write on my car with the pollen that's on it before I get the hose to get it all off of there. When I can do that, I might have hay fever at that point. Some people have it late in the season. I ate some Hawaiian pizza today. I should have wore your shirt while eating my pizza. Now, a good Hawaiian is not going to have sauce, right? Are we in agreement? Because I don't know in Washington. I mean, if the city is that screwed up in terms of the political leaders and the state as well. Whoops, that was another political comment. Unintended. um, a good Hawaiian, if I go down to Brother Bruno's or I go to Calandria and I ask for an Hawaiian, it's going to be a white pizza with regat on there, pieces of quality ham, not garbage ham, finely chopped up, and it's going to have pineapple slices on there. Of course, no pineapple slices. It's not an Hawaiian, but be generous. Besides the mozzarella cheese, be generous with the scoops of the ricotta cheese, baked nicely in the oven. Oh yes, that's a good one. Wow, Jody, happy you are safe. Yeah, I've had my close calls. Once or twice I caused a close call. It made me think I'm going to have to drive to Westchester a week from Monday for my cardiac sonogram and see Dr. Naidu, and that's always fun, especially coming back as we start to hit the commuters coming back. Then you get on the Palisades Parkway because it's backing up on the thruway. You get off at exit 15, right? 15? I think so. Or is it 8? I'll know when I'm there. And that's a little better, but it's still heavy, especially as you get to the traffic circle that many of accidents have occurred. I stay to the right of the traffic circle because the car that's to the left of me is the one likely to pull out in front of oncoming circle traffic, and boom diddy boom. We have a boom diddy boom lot right down there by the skating rink. Well, it's no longer this ice skating rink. Now it'll be the oh, hear that? There they go. Probably up to the homeless men's shelter. It's their favorite place. Believe me, it's their least favorite place. But anyway, um, what was I saying? This is how it can go, Um, yeah, it was good. Oh yeah, okay, got it. They build this. They refurbish things. We used to have plenty of room for our farmers market in the spring, summer, and into the fall. Um, but they put it under this tiny little thing, and they turned it into an ice skating rink in the winter. It's too small to be an ice skating rink, and it's too small for the farmers market. They used to have all the room in the world, and they just blew it. Oh, but they still have vendors out in the street, but they lost a lot of their good vendors, you know. They put in a totally different location, and down the road from all that is a very nice uh, skating park for those who have the skateboards. But I mean, it's a lawsuit waiting to happen. Do you have to sign a release? I don't think so. They just enter there with their skateboards. It's all made of concrete, for goodness sakes. There's been major accidents. That ambulance has been there, I'm sure, quite a few times. A pineapple dessert pizza is good too. I don't know how that would be different from what I just described, but feel free to list the ingredients. Neon. She wrote out your whole name, Jackie did. That's a dedication I don't feel I have. Hawaiian pizza is my favorite. I like a margarita pizza too, with a little cut up tomatoes. No sauce on that either. Gloria Drummond. Oh my, I'm glad you're okay, Elaine. What did happen to Elaine? Another no, I won't say that. Let's see. God was with me as well. A lady was coming. You really leave your house? Coming the opposite way, and she was eating something that must have dropped in her lap. Oh boy. She swerved and crossed the center line, headed right for me. Oh my goodness. Yeah, this is bringing comments to mind that I will not say. Let's see. So I'm glad you avoided that. Elaine Peterson, sister of Paul Peterson from the Donna Reed Show. Huh. I might miss a good comment here. So we're happy Jody and Elaine Peterson are safe. And how are you doing, Todd, with your situation? Yeah. So 47. Oh, we've lost some people here. Let me play a little. Oh, the picture that Heather Feather sent in says this person with a chap named, I think it's Elvis Presley. I think that's, he had a couple hits, kind of a flash in the pan. She thinks this gentleman here in this picture looks like Bob Joyce. I'm sorry, looks like Matt Joyce. I'll give you that. I'll give you that. When you're right, you're right. A cousin of Elvis. Okay. So let's listen to Pastor Bob Joyce was asked. This has been released now away from exclusively to bobjoycemusic.com. Sometimes they put teasers out there. And Pastor Bob was asked about his favorite music styles. The series is People Want to Know. Someone's interviewing Pastor Bob. And he talks about the kind of music that he likes. And I remember hearing an interview with Elvis Presley, and they have similar taste. They have similar tastes.
Gosh, there were so many. I remember as a kid, we used to go to black church a lot and in the tent revivals, and that certainly was inspiration to me. You know, everything, all this music, all these singers. I mean, the main thing is when you start singing, you discover your own self, you discover your own talent and your own way of singing a song, and playing music, and of course, everything that we do in music has been influenced by so much, you know, rock and roll and country and bluegrass and Southern gospel. It's all a mixture of all that. And so I just became a part of that. And, growing up, though, hearing all that, it's just been a part of my life.
It's Pastor Bob Joyce, everybody. I love it. Pastor Bob Joyce will have a charity concert on Friday evening, May 22nd, to benefit the ABC-FM Arkansas Baptist Children and Family Ministries at the First Baptist Church of Cabot, Arkansas, about 26 miles outside of Little Rock. The address is 204 North 3rd Street, Cabot, Arkansas. And you can click on bobjoyce.org and they'll give you a map if you'd like that. Or you can just punch it into your GPS, when you're trying to find it. More details and ticket purchases can be found in the Facebook post at ABC FM Benefit Concert with Pastor Bob Joyce. The link is right here at bobjoyce.org. Just go to bobjoyce.org and you'll be able to do that. The preferred seating, we used to call it VIP seating, um, for this benefit concert for the ministry there at the church. That sold out by early February. General admission tickets for $50 are still available as I talk to you here on May 2nd, live 2026. They're still available. And be careful of scammers. Be careful of scammers. Just go to bobjoyce.org and you can order your tickets there. Okay? Christ in you, the hope of glory, Colossians 1:27. That's the heading under Household of Faith there with at bobjoyce.org. Is Christ in you? Have you accepted him as your personal Lord and Savior? He doesn't force the gift. God gave his very best gift, his son, Jesus the Christ, but you have to receive it. It's not shoved down your throat. So yeah, there we are. We're back. Jupiter's Realm sure sounds like Elvis. Sure sounds like Elvis, the way PB said Sangers. Okay. Oh, yes, I created a monster when I told you either a monster or a monster when I told you about Dr. Kevin Reese, didn't I? Is right on. I agree with everything he says. No pills and no colonoscopies. Yeah, I knew you'd latch on to that. It's not like I didn't know it. Not like I didn't know it. Dang me, they ought to take a rope and hang me from the highest tree. Mama, don't you wait for me. I'm late. What did I miss? Well, a little bit of this and a little bit of that. I was kind of funny in the beginning, I thought. And Richard was too. Richard got a funny off there. You'll want to see that. But I know you're going to watch the replay. I just know you are. These shows are very good for my views, Uh, the thick filling, every time I just read this cold, I usually end up regretting it. The thick filling like an apple pie, but pineapple on a pizza crust. On a pizza crust. Oh, I think I'd rather have the full Hawaiian pie, though. Now, you can leave off the ham. Maybe you don't want the ham. I get that. You like ricotta? Oh, I love my ricotta. Put it in the manigot. In the manigot. Put it in the lasagna. Don't be chintzy with the ricotta in my lasagna. All right? Give me a little mixture of ground up sausage and meatball, maybe, in the lasagna as well. But don't be chintzy. Don't cook it. If you have those metal silver dishes where you cook them individually, then you don't get the burnt edges. You don't get the burnt edges. The way you do it kind of sits in there so the top doesn't get burnt, unless you leave it in too long, of course. Then it would. So, yeah, I haven't had a Hawaiian. They don't usually make those slices either. You have to buy a whole pie. Brad just came home. Just letting you know. I'll start to soften my voice. Hello, Margaret. Hi, Margaret. Is it Margaret? Margaret O? How are you? Are you the Margaret we've known for so long? Hello, Miles Wright. Detective Miles Wright is here. I don't know why I'm calling you detective again. He's a retired man now, and he has less angst, I bet. True to only one. It's me again, Margaret. Okay, now I see it, Margaret. We've had several Margarets over the years. Where are all the Brendas? Has anybody noticed this? We've lost every single Brenda. Every single Brenda. What did I say to offend the Brendas? We had like 4, now we have none. Anybody else notice that? Am I the only one? M.M. Staten is here. That could be David. Good evening, Jack. What's going on in your neck of the woods? Are you experiencing unusually cool temperatures, or is it hot where you are? Even in Texas, it's been unusually cool. My son was telling me about that. Belinda Lemon. Yes, it's me. Belinda Lemon. Lemon? Huh. Things that make you go, huh. I thought you were Margaret. I'm getting so confused. Jack, what is a chameleon? Okay, do I still have that? Or did I get rid of it? Yes, a chameleon. We use it in human terms. And I don't know if I read all that, so I'm glad you said that. Then I'll thank the person who just hit the thanks button. Wouldn't it be cool if when I go back to that screen, there's more than one person hit the thanks button? That would, I'd say, what's that expression? Jiminy crickets. And what's the one with timber in it? I have to think about that. Yeah, that would be great. A chameleon is a type of old world lizard. It's known for its ability to rapidly change skin color. It's got a long tongue, but not as long as Gene Simmons' tongue, because his tongue is one long butt tongue. You know what I'm saying? I don't think you have experienced it. I'm just saying, you know, the general idea of what I'm saying. And independently moving eyes. I love that. The term also refers to a person who frequently changes opinions or behaviors to suit their environment or please others. I would add, and I think that might be in the further description, it can also tend to change their physical characteristics somehow in a weird kind of way. Animal definition is a reptile that alters its skin color to match surroundings or display mood. I guess they could alter their skin color if they wanted to blend in, if there was a predator coming, you know. They wanted to blend in like camouflage. The chameleon on the branch changed color to blend with its surroundings. That's the example. A figurative definition is a fickle, inconsistent, or highly adaptable. That's the one I would go with. A highly adaptable person. She is a political chameleon. Yeah. My God, we've just found the definition of Kamala. Well, it is. What can I say? I'm trying not to say these things. She is a political chameleon, changing her views to suit her audience. Oh, that is the very definition of Kamala Harris. And it never works because she's very low IQ, you know, for someone who's had the kind of important position she's had. She is a political chameleon, changing her views to suit her audience. There's so much of that going on. So much. Adaptable person, a shape shifter, fickle person, turncoat. These are all possibilities here. Opportunist, time server, inconsistent person. Color change. Pigments are released when cells resize, allowing them to turn colors like purple, red, or blue. Physical features. Prehensile tail, projectile tongue for catching prey, baby. Everybody say, come on now. Everybody say, baby. Oh, okay. I don't even know what that word is, and it's from the Greek, so you wouldn't know it anyway. Maybe you would. Maybe you would. I don't know. Do you have any Greek diners where you are? Huh. Thank you, Sandra Fair, for hitting the thanks button for $5 with a fox to boot. $5 on the thanks button. You hit the ask button, that goes to thanks button. Thank you very, very much. We're into a brand new month now, a brand new challenge, and a lot of things coming up this summer. A lot of things I can't talk about. So that will be very helpful, you know, if we can get on track here. Thank you. So how are you, Miles Wright? What's going on with you and Judy, 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 Judy? Hmm. I like that though. Jupiter's Realms. He says Sangers. I'll have to listen to that again. I missed that. Belinda Lemon. Yeah, I remember that name. Sure, sure. Um, let's see here. So I hope I answered your question. The reason we apply it to Pastor Bob is because he does seem, I'm talking about the man who preaches every Sunday at Household of Faith, seem to change his physical characteristics. And when there wouldn't even be a possibility of there being a filter, I believe, in use. At least I don't think so. Because where are we? This will be the thumbnail of this picture. Because we know I'm talking about the man on the right and the left. We know what we expect Pastor Bob to look like, although admittedly, he looks older there, you know. He's not in bright lights or what have you. It's not a professional headshot, and he looks older. Can he be 91 there? I would say it is very possible. But other times he looks completely different, and it's the same man. That's what makes this story even more fascinating because we got the lookalikes. We possibly have Robert Wayne Joyce. You don't need me to show that picture again, right? And this picture here, which will be our thumbnail, this is just before he did a camera interview with BobJoyceMusic.com, where he would be looking straight into camera, and he looked totally different than he does there. Same man, same shirt. He's a chameleon, I tell you. He's a chameleon. We're going to find out he's an angel. That's what we're going to find out. He's an angel. All this time, we didn't realize that he's an angel sent from God for such a time as this. Isn't that weird? There's no warmth in those eyes, is there? And usually there is. So there's just something, and I've known it from the beginning because, and the beginning for me is 2018 when I would be looking at pictures of Pastor Bob, and I would go, wow, he doesn't look so much like that singer guy that I always forget his name too. He doesn't look so much like that singer that, but there he sure does. There he sure does. So it is an incredible story to follow. That's all I can tell you. That's all I can tell you. And yeah, that's our Pastor Bob and Nicolas Cage and Pretty Miss Willina, Robert, and who else am I looking at? Am I looking at Matt's daughter? Who am I looking at there? Since Sabrina also is a chameleon and changes her look frequently, a lot of women do, though. A lot of women do. I'm not sure. One guy looks like Randy Quaid, for goodness sakes. So what is going on? That pic is a pic of him when he. No, I don't think so because I saw the lead up to it, and unless maybe you're saying they just caught an honest second because he was very personable right after that look, very personable, and it didn't seem phony. So he's a complex individual. A complex individual. He likes to collect coins. He likes to collect gold and silver, but he other coins, rare coins, and things like that. I didn't think he'd even have a hobby. I don't know why I didn't think that, but I thought, oh, he'd have no time for a hobby. He was talking to BobJoyceMusic.com that had set up that interview, and we played the excerpt that you just heard, where he's talking about various music styles that influenced him. Various music styles. I feel like a picture fell down. I knew two fell down. Okay, that's better. So that's where we're at. That's where we're at. 69. Now look, we also got an influx of people here. Most of the content I've done already, so watch the replay. As soon as we finish this broadcast, I will put the thumbnail in there, and it'll be ready to go. You'll be able to see the replay right here at the Virtual Church of the Disillusioned. Please subscribe, hit the notification bell. It's too long of a video to share when we do our live shows, because sometimes we go as much as 2 hours or more. Not saying we'll do that tonight, but we'll see. We'll see. Only man I have met is the one who preaches. There is only him. Well, I have never, ever said that any other man preached. That's where I have always been at. I don't have maybe the definitive picture that I'd want to show you right now. Got to get my files in order again. Yeah, I believe it's always the same man in the pulpit. Always the same man in the pulpit. Who are you? Your handle is not pronounceable. You believe? I speak of possibilities. I could be wrong about the whole thing. That's what we've been doing since 2018. I've also covered the other angles. Is he the love child of Vernon Presley? Is he the love child of Elvis Presley that we see? But 2011, I don't think so. By the way, Gloria Drummond, Jesus is the Only Answer. Check out her channel. Here she is right here. Gloria Drummond. So, I've told a chronological story since 2018, and I'm totally cutting off the nice picture of the lady wearing the dress with a nice hat, aren't I? Camera's down a little too far for that, but it shows the other stuff good. All I can tell you is we just started to tell the story, and I started to come up with what you could call coincidences, even though I don't really believe in coincidences. And when I got up to 8 dozen, I knew that there had to be something to this story, because there was enough smoke to fill up the state of Texas. But we have talked about the other angles. Now, people that focus on the physical characteristics, when I say it could be the love child, immediately say, no, he's got the same scar, the same veins, the same this, that, and the other. It's not my thing. I leave it to people who do that subject better than I do. And you can make up your own mind from what they say. But as I've said many times, if you're talking about somebody else that people tend to believe could still be alive, it's always a very famous person, that they liked a lot, whether it be MJ or JFK Jr. or Jim Morrison was a biggie, et cetera, et cetera. You won't be able to come up with more than a half dozen uh, points of information. You can come up with more with Paul McCartney if you want to do that story. We have a video up because we talk about the movie that's on Tubi. Is Paul McCartney really dead? Is Paul McCartney really dead? That's the guy from Highway 61 Revisited, which is the name of a Dylan album. He's a huge Dylan fan, but he put together this movie and gave a compelling case why Paul McCartney died in a car accident in 1966, or as they would say in a future song, he blew his mind out in a car. He did not notice that the light had changed. A crowd of people gathered round, etc., etc. That song from the Beatles. So I thought that was the only topic of the fakest death that ever was, for me, just for me, close to the Bob Joyce topic. But with that said, I'm pretty sure that's Paul McCartney that you're seeing. And he's getting old, man. He's getting old. We're all getting old. So there I was going into the shop right with Karen. Haven't forgotten you, Elaine, as soon as they come back in stock. We're going into the ShopRite, and also coming in is a guy by the name of John, who I went to church with at Howell's Church. And he actually took care of my mother when I was in my first marriage. He came to our home in Wurtsboro, New York. We were going off to Disney World with the kids, I believe, and he took care of my mom, who, she needed someone to cook for her and help her a little bit. So he looked at me and said, I know you. I know you. And he looks so old, looks so old. And I didn't realize he was more than 7 years older than me back in the day. He's 78 years old now, and he looks every bit of it. And I can see he's having cognitive issues as we talk. I'm saying, wow. Because when you think of someone like Tom Jones, who's in his 80s and still pretty sharp and still got the voice and everything, some people have that blessing. It's in their genes, and some people don't. All right, you'll be listening. That's right. I am portable. Belinda Lemon. I am portable. You don't have to look at my pretty face. I jest. So the person who I don't know that asked me whether I believe, I'm not 100% positive. I'm not 100% positive. Gloria, watch that video by Bruno Mars. You trying to cause Gloria to lust? Just the way you are is so adorable. See, there's the key word. Not he's a great singer, but he's so adorable. Karen thinks he's adorable too, so it's okay. It's okay. Tom Jones still singing. It's not unusual. He is. He has to do that song, Neo. It's like Bruce Springsteen not doing Born to Run. Now, my son saw Bruce Springsteen in concert. I'm sure he's going to be thrilled if he hears me say this, but he claims he doesn't watch. Isn't that a kick in the pants? But he used to, and this isn't the first time my son has seen him, he would, Bruce doesn't do this anymore, where at the end, you leave the stage. And as Ringo said, I'm not going to do that anymore. I'm coming back. I know I'm coming back. I'm not going to do that anymore. I'm going to stay right here. But someone next to Corey was saying, you think he's coming back? You think he's coming back? And Corey said to them, of course he's coming back. He hasn't done Born to Run yet. He came back, of course, and did Born to Run. Of course. Did a 3-hour show, which was too long even for my son. And definitely for his lady. And that's all I want to say. I don't want to talk about my son's personal life. I'm just saying that. But So what Bruce did, this is just reporting a story in Austin, Texas, last Sunday night. He came out and said, "I just want to say I'm never for political violence of any kind," because the night before had been the shooting in the lobby where President Trump was at the correspondence dinner. I'm not for political violence of any kind, and I'm not for war. And his opening song is the Edwin Starr song, "War. What is beautiful? You tell me. Say it, say it. War. Who wants to die?" That song. Unfortunately, sometimes war is necessary. When would it be necessary? When a country is so evil and so unpredictable that if they got a nuclear weapon, they would use it first to Israel and then to the United States of America. That's when you have to take action. That's when it's just what you have to do. A lot of presidents talked about it. Then came one who would have to do it because America, Israel, the future may depend on it. Having said that, God's in control and he probably wouldn't let it happen, because that's not the way Israel ends in the Bible. But there will come a time when Israel is surrounded by its enemies. And so that just is one more sign to me we are in the last days. Oh, by the way, I want to thank Patrick Files for hitting the Cash App, because he did it after we went off the air um, Wednesday night. Thank you, Patrick Files, for hitting the Cash App. Appreciate that so much. It helps me more than you will know, especially when we're struggling in the views area, which we'll pick up. But right now, I'm trying a new topic, trying to get that right before I release it. I have one video out called Suddenly 70. I hope you'll watch that if you haven't watched it already or readily. Um, Suddenly 70, the horror of being sure of nothing. 70 ways to celebrate your birthday. Number one, eat some cake. Number two, open some presents. I don't have time to go into the whole thing. I just have the Jersey Mike's cup there because it's cool to me. My on-air sign, I've got to get it. I got to get Andy to look at it. My on-air sign, got to get that back. Really? He made Spaceballs too, Mel Brooks? Supposed to be released next year. I had not heard that, Neo. You better be telling me the truth. And come this November, there's another Fokker movie coming out. And I did like the others, but I'm certainly no longer a fan of Robert De Niro. So will I see the final installment of the Fokker series? I don't know. I don't know. I'll have to think about it. You can make it, Neo. You can make it. Yeah, I did this topic for 4 years and wasn't monetized, didn't make 10 cents off it, but I did it because I love it. And most of that time I was also working. I hadn't retired yet. So now it's a different boat. So thank you for those who will hit the thanks button. Um, and thank you for those who hit the Cash App, which is Media Guy 56, lowercase letters. MEDIAGUY, the number is 56, Media Guy 56, for any amount, $2, $5, $10, or more, if you have been so blessed and maybe you've been watching me for a while. That would be cool. That would be cool. So, didn't get a lot of emails this week, didn't get a lot because we're not doing too many pre-recorded videos. But I do get more more on Facebook Messenger sometimes. I get that. People showing me some of the AI Bob Joyce that's out there. AI, a lot of AI Bob Joyce out there. So be careful what you accept as real because it may not be. You'll know when it is. And usually you can pretty much tell when it's not, when it's fake Bob Joyce. But also there's scammers out there with these tickets and other things trying to or they say they're Bob Joyce and they want you to send money for this or that. As they say over at Household of Faith, don't buy into it. Pastor Bob Joyce does not do that. He is not personally emailing you. You just think he is. Oh, I know he doesn't. He makes it a point to say he doesn't email, but he will for me because my point was so brilliant. Ah, oh, look at that there. Things materialize on my screen, and wasn't sure you were still. Oh, I used to love Aqua Velva, Todd Bradshaw. I did that. And how did you know? I must have said it before, right? That English leather was another one back in my day. Mane and tail, mane, not like a horse's mane, and tail conditioner, I guess. Old Spice would have been another one. Uh, I didn't like Brute. Elvis loved Brute at one point. He did. And if I'm wrong about that, Albert Goldman was wrong about that, who wrote the first thick Elvis biography book. Of course, he was not an Elvis fan, so but I thought he wrote a pretty good book. And I would love somebody to tell me what they think was wrong in that book because I'd love to learn. I'd love to learn. So yeah, Aquavelva, I think they still sell it at the ShopRite. I think I could still find it there. They're selling the Mando at like $15 a small tube. But it is good when you really need something that's going to work, and keep working. And if I'm in Texas sun, SUN, this summer, if I'm in Texas sun, I want the best stuff I can possibly get my hands on. Now, Texas, what state borders with Texas? See, I don't know my geography. I just wonder. Things that make you go, That's mane and tail conditioner. Oh, I've never heard of that. Is it good? A conditioner for your hair? Usually, I don't need conditioner in my hair until it gets really unruly and long. It's not that far from it, but if I use it, like obviously people were noticing that my hair is darker. I don't hide that. Today, it's fresh. It's a fresh coat. I don't like doing it, but I like the way it looks. Don't try to say you should have white hair and look like somebody's great grandfather. I'm not going to do it. So you're wasting your time. Some people look great with white hair. Some people don't. I don't. Not that I've ever let it go that much. I love Gloria Drummond's video. Thank you for sharing the word and the truth with us. Love you, Gloria. Yeah. And check her channel out. Check out my New Zealand person there who has her official handle there as well. So that's St. Anthony, Rita says. Okay. Someone else put that up too, right? St. Anthony. We have St. Anthony's Hospital in Warwick, New York. We do. And we don't have, I don't think the Catholic Church there is St. Anthony's. I don't think it is. My hair is thinning. It bothers me. Yeah, I know women freak out when that happens, Yeah, sure. Well, mine is thinning too. but I still have more than I thought I would. So back to Todd. That's mane and tail conditioner and soften up a dead bush. I don't think that's going to be enough, Todd. I don't think that's going to be enough. You're laughing. I can see you. You don't think I can see you, but I can. Oh, dear. A must for every man's bathroom cabinet. Well, I'm going to look into that because I'll even do a search of it because I probably order it through the Amazon. You can order everything else. You can get everything from, great religious painting. And when I say religious, the only thing that could possibly be religious to me would be Father, Son, and Holy Ghost, in terms of, but now I know the Catholics are saying, no, you can have many of all the saints. And of course, I know what May is. Rita, I know it is Virgin Mary Day, a month. She gets a month. How do you say it? It's the correct way to say this month because I saw Cardinal Dolan do a whole teaching on it. It's funny with Cardinal Dolan. He's so good with the camera, It's rare, to be honest, that you find a Catholic priest that's really good with homilies and certainly really good on television. And Cardinal Dolan is both. And he has, he hit the magic age. I guess it was 70, right? 70 or 72. And we have a new archbishop now. Is he a cardinal? I don't know that he is. Head of the state of New York now, in charge of the state of New York, and the pastor of St. Patrick's Cathedral in New York City. But Cardinal Dolan ain't going nowhere. You know what I'm saying? He got his fan base. They already asked him to be the fire company chaplain. He said yes to that. And he ain't giving up his media. He's got his talks and stuff. I haven't seen the Cardinal, his replacement doing it, but Cardinal Dolan's really good at it. And he's probably going to go say mass. He's still allowed to do that, right? Go up to, say, somewhere here in the Hudson Valley or even somewhere across the country if he was invited and say mass. He's still a cardinal. He's just retired. Heck, we've had priests at St. Joseph's Church retired, and they're preaching every Sunday just about, or the Saturday vigil at 5:30. Yeah. So it is the month. Rita's going to tell me, I bet. San Antonio, Texas is where I'm going. Say hello to Deidre, our friend Deidre, who we went to Catholic school with right here in St. Joseph's. She lives there now. My daughter's going to come and pick me up. Something about July, even though we thought maybe that's too hot for me. Yeah, it's going to be 100 degrees. So is that too hot for you? I don't know. It's going to be too hot for me, and I'm going to be there too in the merry month of July. I am. I'm going to be visiting my son. That's the plan. Might go to that sirloin stockade too. Let's see here. I'm glad I don't have to answer the crazy question Neo just asked you, Elaine. I have no idea what he's talking about. Jack, there are a lot more Elvis tribute artists coming out to Australia, really? Now from the USA since Austin Butler's movie. Oh, that's cool. I always enjoy a good Elvis impersonator. I've seen some that are great and some that are just okay, and I enjoyed both. So a really good one in Texas at Six Flags, Texas, which is, I think, San Antonio, right? Am I right? Yeah, he was really good. I'm happy you are getting to spend time with your son, Jack. Thank you, Jupiter's Rome. It's been 5 years. I hate to say that because he would tell me he was going to try to get here. And I just kind of, then we had COVID. Well, he left in 2021 and we had COVID and what have you. And he was going to come a number of times, and that didn't work out. And I um, I should have tried harder to get out there again. But this time that it's scheduled, it's the plan, and I'm looking forward to that. Um, I will. Let's see. Don't know. Yeah, to get to Austin, you have to go by Dallas, right? Sandra Fair is talking to Elaine. You're very popular, Elaine, a hairdresser that I know recommends a shampoo called Nutrafol. Nutrafol did wonders for her thinning hair. I may order some for myself. Suzanne Summers products. I know she's passed away, but her family, including her late husband Al, who's dating the actress Cassidy. What's her first name? What is her first name? Joanna Cassidy. Joanna Cassidy is dating Suzanne Summers' widower. And they've been dating for a while now. So they have something, it's got the word growth in it. And the Gut Renew product, you make a smoothie, or you can put Gut Renew in any number of things, is very good. Is very good. Oh, thank you, Todd Bradshaw. Pray that I keep peaceful in this entire process. Come to Australia in the summer, people. Helen is lonely, and you will know what hot is. But don't think their summer is your summer, because their summer is not your summer. Well, here's somebody new. I always look with a little bit of trepidation. You never know where they're going to go. As per description, it's this replay audience in the room with us now. I'm trying to get inside your head. Where are you watching from? I still want to know whether you're friend or foe. I always like to know. I'll call you. You're a male, right? So I'll call you Mr. Garcia. Where are you watching from, Mr. Garcia? Mr. Garcia was one of my bosses for a time at the homeless men's shelter when I was a peace officer for the city of New York in the later years of the 17 years I pretended to be such a peace officer at the homeless shelter in Chester, New York, although it was owned by the city of New York. Oh, the joy of working for the city, but not having to work in one of the 5 boroughs, but way outside. Greetings from Chicago South Side. Oh, with the glasses, yes. What do you think of the mayor? What do you think of your governor? I don't want to get political, but I was just wondering. So when I finish this broadcast, which is real soon now, it will go to replay, and that's technically the replay. This is live. This is live. Yes, it still says live up there on the screen. And Sandra, thanks you for that. Well, she's been coming in late now, but I see her. Carolyn Mullins is here. Hi, Carolyn Mullins. How you doing? I'm not going to ask any of the other standard questions because you won't answer me, and I totally understand you don't want to talk about it. It's cool. I'm back. Where were you? Oh, yes, you were using me as a listening device because you had to pick up a friend. I get it. Dean Z. I'm hearing about him. I must look him up and see what kind of job he does. Maybe he'll be in this neck of the woods, you know? So we have 68 watching, 47 likes. No one's asked me what I mean by Bob Joyce being a chameleon again, but I'll just say at this point, just go right to the video. About 15 minutes in, we start content. I'll have to check that actual time. Um, yeah, Rita, 100 degrees is too hot. You're right. But we're going there because we love people. There's a lot of air conditioning, and you'll be in it a lot of the time. Um, but you still got to go to the Alamo. Have you been already? It's not a long process. I mean, it's not like you're going, to to investigate Windsor Castle. It won't take too long to see the Alamo and hear the hard cold facts. You know, I would like to take the boat downtown there. Cruise along in the boat. The only two things I remember doing in San Antonio was going to the Alamo and going to John Hagee's church on Sunday. Well, he's getting to be old now. Everybody's getting to be old, but me. Look, I'm still youthful looking. So we did go see John Hagee on Sunday. I don't like everything he says, or his style is not my favorite style, but I know he's a very learned teacher. I get that. In the church in San Antonio, he has a room. It's probably still this way, just for visitors, people that watch him on television and stuff like that have come because they saw him on the telly or what have you, or read one of his million seller books. And they'll have lovely desserts and other healthy snacks and coffee and tea and cold drinks and all that in there. And at some point, he will come in and join you, and he'll spend time with you. He will. So if you care, if you're not a John Hagee fan, it won't mean anything to you at all. But just like when we were in Orlando, Florida, back in the 80s, well, the early 90s, I should say, we had to go to Benny Hinn's church, and we went to the early service on Easter Sunday and got in. We were there so early, we were not going to get in, And I've told the story before. My daughter and my son falls asleep, and all the way to Benny Hinn is now doing the open to his sermon, and he looks up and says, wide-eyed, Benny Hinn, because he saw Daddy watching Benny Hinn. I don't agree with everything Benny Hinn's ever said or did, but when he taught the Bible, he could bless me. I'll have to say that. He blessed me because he has more than one style and one more way of teaching. And he didn't blow on anybody that Sunday. You know what I mean? He didn't push anybody down or nothing. Six Flags Over Texas is in Arlington, Dallas area. Okay, so there's not one in San Antonio. So that's where we must have been then. With Aunt R, I'll just say that. We went with her, my wife's sister, and it was a very nice park. But well, I can do a wooden roller coaster. This is the 90s, and I'm saying I can do a wooden roller coaster. I've done one. I haven't done one at the Six Flags down here in New Jersey. I've been there too, but I didn't do that for some reason. I think they have one there, but I did one at Playland. Well, Playland is like a play toy compared to what they have in Texas. So, but I got on there with all the confidence that it would be okay, and that was the wildest ride. I couldn't wait for the thing to be over. I haven't gymmed and jarred around so much. The speeds, oh my goodness. I like wooden roller coasters. I don't know if I'd go on one now at 70 years old, but I do like them. But that was the wildest wooden roller coaster. And of course, I don't go on anything upside down or anything that goes side to side and shaking around. The spider, I don't do that. Oh, no. And don't eat before you go on those rides. Do the rides first. That would be my recommendation. Most of the audience here isn't going to be doing it, so why am I even saying it? So, Jack, I wonder if anyone has actually fallen on the floor because somebody didn't catch them at these churches that lay hands on people. Yeah. You can't have a 12-year-old boy as the catcher. You can't do that. He can't catch. He can only catch a kid. You can't have at the time when I was going through this experience at a Pentecostal church up in it was I want to say it was near Poughkeepsie, Fishkill area. It wasn't Poughkeepsie though, near Fishkill. And this was a time when I felt I just must receive the gift of speaking in tongues. Well, God decides that, but I really wanted to receive that gift. And so I go to this black Pentecostal church, I guess in my first marriage. Yeah, it would have been my first marriage. And I look behind me, the kid that is going to conceivably catch me, should I be slain in the spirit, is not going to be able to handle it. He's not going to be able to handle me. So that probably ruined it for me right there. Jesse died at birth. I do believe that. I do believe that. I don't believe in the four brothers, but there are people that do, and that's cool. Bob is not Jesse. I believe you are correct. He is not. I believe Jesse passed away. Those that don't believe that, I understand. Okay. Gravitron. I don't think I ever went on that. I used to, like if I were at Disney World in Orlando, I would go on the Space Mountain, wait for like 45 minutes, an hour to go on Space Mountain, which lasts 3 minutes. But I could handle that. That was fun. That was fun. I could do the teacup. And it's a small world after all. It's a small world after all. I like a good flume ride. I like the water thing. Yeah, I like that. Even if you get wet, you got to wear the right kind of clothes. What was the horse that won the Kentucky Derby today? It begins with an N. Polka Sean said he bet on that horse. He bet the monthly mortgage on that horse and indicated that was the horse he actually bet, which would make him a winner. I don't know if it was a joke or not. I don't know. We don't lay hands on people like that. Yeah, there's different styles, and there's people that, of course, there are Baptists that don't believe the gifts of the Holy Spirit are for today and don't do any of that. I've heard a Baptist say something like, "Well, we don't go much by feelings here. We don't go much by feelings. We go by the Word of God. We go by the Word of God." They believe that the gifts of the Holy Spirit died when the last apostle died. I don't believe that. Oh my goodness, Jack, never liked the It's a Small World After All ride. Why? Why? I thought that was kind of cute. Of course, I went on when my kids were little. That's why I went on it. I went on with my son and my daughter. Carolyn Mullins, Jack, just the hobby horses for me. Hobby horses. Is that like when you put in a quarter, or I'm sure it's more than a quarter now, and you go like that for a few minutes there in front of the department store? Is that a hobby horse? Sandra Fair, the Small World song drives me nuts. I understand. You would not wear what, Neil? Athletic cup? Neither would Elaine. Yeah. I missed your comment. There is one in San Antonio, says Jupiter's Realm. I thought that's where I was. I mean, a big state like Texas, they should have two, right? I don't know. I thought I was in San Antonio, but I'm not sure. And they have one. Where did I go to? A really nice one where I saw a really great Elvis imitator upstate here in New York. I wasn't in New Jersey. I was upstate New York. Wasn't Pennsylvania, right? No, Pennsylvania is Hershey Park. I used to love Hershey Park. They 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 soothed me when they explained to me during the tour of the fake chocolate factory, because they're not letting you in the real one. The fake tour where you sit in a tram and they put the smell of Hershey's chocolate into the air, and you learn that Hershey's chocolate is a health food. That was very comforting to me because I did not know it's 100% pure cane sugar. Eh? And then the tram lets you off. And where are you, pray tell, when the tram is finished with the tour? You're in the store. And of course, there's somebody there with a bowl of kisses, and they hand you two kisses. They don't kiss you on the lips, they give you two Hershey's kisses. And then Elaine would kiss them on the lips. I know she would. I know she would. Huh. Huh. Well, thank you, Margaret, if you're talking to me, but maybe you're talking to somebody else. Hello, Jack and everyone. Just got here a bit ago. Rocky Mountain Red Wing, Andrea, right? So, do you remember the Alamo? Yes, I do. It was interesting, but it was no big deal, you know. 10 minutes, 15 minutes on to the next, whatever the next may be, in 100 degrees. Not if you go, in the fall and winter. Yeah, my husband lived part of his life in the south side of Chicago, rough area. Well, it's especially rough when you have an incompetent governor and an incompetent mayor. Gets a lot rougher then. It really does. You know, I know there's a lot of conservatives in that area too, but they'll probably be moving out. Heidi, my daughter, is gonna swing by Bob Joyce. Huh. She will be going right past it. Oh, is that how it works geographically? I didn't know. I didn't know that. See, I only have a GED, so how would I know? Don't be thinking nothing. Oh, dear. Yeah. Jack, a little crow to pick up, to pick a little crow. Is that the word crow? A little bone, isn't it? To pick with me? I hope it's not going to be something you should have said in an email. You were talking of beautiful women and you didn't mention Karen. Oh, because we were talking about celebrities, though. I think I did say something, though, because I said something like, um, people say if you like the people have said, well, if you like the girl next door, why are you with a beautiful redhead? This is certainly not the most beautiful picture I could give you. I have plenty more, plenty more. Why are you with a beautiful redhead? Did you know? And Karen just told me this. I did not know this. Redheads are only 1 or 2% of the population. They are very sensitive to sun, like albinos. And what else did she tell me? All I know is that, so I think I qualified what I was saying. I was talking about people growing up mostly, but oh, yes, obviously. All I can tell you is in second grade, she was not my choice because, well, there was just this beautiful Italian girl named Ruth Ann. And, at that time, but I looked upon Karen second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth grade as extremely beautiful and someone that I was pretty sure I had no future with, present tense or in the future. So it was, and I, the same was true with Ruth Ann, but she did wear my ID bracelet in sixth grade. Sixth grade? How would she? That's when I was being a class clown. No wonder she only wore it for 3 days. And then she became a cheerleader. She became a cheerleader. So I understand what you're saying, though. You mentioned Karen. I know that was a slip up, right? Have a good Sunday, you and Karen. Thank you so much, Carolyn Mullins. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I use bar shampoo from Natural Grocer. Now, no shampoo anymore. I use or used, right? No shampoo. There are these people, these women. I even one of them on SuzanneSummers.com. Oh, I wash my hair every 7 days or 10 days. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Can I do a Joe Biden? I'm not using it in a negative fashion, really. Can I do a Joe Biden and sniff your hair after 7 or 10 days of not washing it? Could I do a sniff? You're not a 6-year-old girl, so it won't be as inappropriate. um, I use obviously I use a hair that it's either Garnier or the one I got now. Can't think of it right now, but it's for color treated hair, And since I don't have much hair anymore, I know it looks like I have more than I actually do, but it's going. Um, it will last me. I actually sometimes write on the bottle because I started a bottle on December 12th, and it went all the way to the 3rd of April. Because I just put a little dab there. I don't need much. Karen needs a lot more with her long, thick hair. Excuse me. It's still red, but she has a little help now. You know what I mean? So thank you for that, Jupiter's Rome. I thank you very much. And look how the time flies. Please subscribe if you haven't hit that subscription button. I'd appreciate that. And now we got our peak audience. Well, we've got a replay. You know the name of the show. Speaking about Bob is a chameleon, and that will repeat as soon as I say goodnight, but we always close with the word of God. Please continue to pray for Chris Starry and for Elaine Peterson and Carolyn Mullins. And but isn't it funny? We lost all the Brendas, all of them. I thought, wow, I offended every single Brenda. I know people move on and everything. We haven't heard from Marty in a while. It was funny. I have to say this part of the story. Marty said he really just likes the Bob Joyce topic. And then he changed it to, I like everything you do. And I've never heard from him since. He's a busy, hardworking guy. He's a good guy, Marty. And he's had his share of mishaps, and I hope he's doing well. And he could be watching right now. Just because he's not signed in doesn't mean he's not watching. That's another thing. And feel free to restate your prayer request here or in the comment section of the replay, which is about to appear in a matter of moments. But I do love those Elvis tribute artists. Yes, I do. And the guy I saw once, he was terrific. No, Neo, it's bomb, 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 Iran. And I hope we don't have to. But you're dealing with third and fourth level leadership now. They're fighting amongst themselves. And I hope there's a way that we don't have to destroy the power plants. That would not be good for the people. It was the dream of Donald Trump that we get rid of this evil leadership and the will of a lot of the people over there who had friends that were mowed down like they were bowling pins when they protested. Terrible death that they faced just for protesting in the street is the will of many people over there that they get rid of their authoritarian government. But I think President Trump realizes now that it's not for him to do that. He can't make that happen. There would have to be help from places like Saudi Arabia and stuff like that. And they have, obviously it's not as bad as Iran, but they have a lot of rules in Saudi Arabia, of course. The prince may seem very nice, but he's just working with the president, He's smart. Those blow dryers, is that the latest thing Dr. Reese is saying? The blow dryers? And he said, don't drink coffee. What are you, still drinking soda? You're still drinking soda? I know soda's bad for you. Once in a while isn't going to hurt you, though. You just don't do it every day. And what was the thing he said to give up in the most recent video? Forget now. His list is extremely long. You can just know anything you love is probably on that list. And this is true of all the diet people, And that's just one thing that he does, of course. So I found my other Walmart glasses, my readers. It opened up to the passage that we read on Wednesday night. First Peter, the 4th chapter, and the NIV part of it, starting with verse 1, chapter 4. Therefore, since Christ suffered in his body, arm yourselves also with the same attitude, because he who has suffered in his body is done with sin. As a result, he does not live the rest of his earthly life for evil human desires, but rather for the will of God. For you have spent enough time in the past doing what pagans chose to do. That verse really ministers to me. Living in debauchery, that's me. Lust, drunkenness, not me. Orgies, not me. Carousing, not me. And detestable idolatry, well, that spans a lot when you talk about idolatry. Don't think it doesn't apply to you, it may. They think it's strange that you do not plunge with them into the same flood of dissipation. I know this word. Dissipation. And they heap abuse on you. Remember the scripture that says that those who follow Jesus will be scorned like he was, but they will have to give account to him who is ready to judge the living and the dead. For this is the reason the gospel was preached, even to those that are now dead, so that they might be judged according to men in regard to the body, but live in according to God in regard to the spirit. That's part of chapter 4 of First Peter in the New Testament of the scripture. Carol Cook joins us at the tail end here. Hi, Carol Cook. Good night, Elaine Peterson. Thank you so much. Everybody, same as well. 77. It's interesting that we come to the peak. So the content is more in the beginning, after 50 minutes of saying hello and witticisms and stuff like that. Richard Lyon, who just faded into the ether again, had a very funny line. It's so hard to live the holy life. Always has been for me. I just try to get better and make better choices on any given day. Yeah, that's what the commandment should really say, Belinda. Thou shalt not murder. Killing is throughout the Bible and can be very justified. Um, there's a lot of examples of that, from David and Goliath to other holy wars that went on. It's very simple with the whole thing in Iran is that when a country wants a nuclear weapon for the purpose of using it on two other countries, first to wipe out Israel and then to come at the United States, it's best that you don't allow them to have one. Um, thank God we haven't heard much from Rocket Man, North Korea. I worry about that. I worry about that. Why is he so low profile now? That's weird. It must be that he and Trump have a quiet, private, decent relationship and that Trump has done something for him that he's very pleased with, I would say. So never consider that our brave soldiers that go out to fight in wars are committing murder. Now, the Vietnam thing was very sad because it was, I think, totally unnecessary. But the men and women that served and so many thousands that lost their lives, they were good people, I believe. They were good people doing what I'm not brave enough to do or skilled enough to do, that kind of thing. So, Todd Bradshaw is still here, right? The original is "Thou shalt not murder." Unfortunate translation there. Yeah, exactly. That's what Cain did. He murdered his brother Abel. He murdered him. Pleasant dreams. I'll get there eventually, Neo. I hope they'll be pleasant. Don't think about it too much, Neo. It was a standing joke back then. Love you all. Love you, Elaine. And thank you for watching Worldwide Ramblings. Thank you all so much. I appreciate it a lot. We'll plan on seeing you on Wednesday night for another edition. Please subscribe, like, hit the notification bell, hit the thanks button if you can. Hello, replay crowd. It's there for you as well. And thank you for those who hit the Cash App, lowercase letters, Media Guy 56. Todd, it tends to be the same people, Todd, Elaine, Nanette, and Patrick Files on Wednesday night after we went off the air. And let's see here. I'm just looking back here now one more time. Good thing I did. Good thing I did. Tammy with an I, also very, very much a blessing to us, trying to bridge the gap between a retirement that's just not big enough. So we have Elaine to thank. We have Nanette to thank for hitting the Cash App, Todd, and Tammy with an I for Catch You on the Replay. That's right. Okay. I know you will. $25 on the Cash App, which is lowercase letters, Media Guy 56. Thank you very, very much. It's very important. And I appreciate it, especially in a time when the views are not going to be sky high. I'm going to be working on getting another topic going, and we'll see how that does. But we will continue to cover the Pastor Bob Joyce story as new things happen. No story goes nonstop all the time. That's why there's all this fake AI Bob Joyce coming out. And then there are those that just double speak you into wanting to jump off the Tallahatchie Bridge. By the way, if from what my son told me, and I assume this is accurate, if you do jump off the Tallahatchie Bridge, you might scrape your knee or something, but it's not a very tall bridge. I thought that was amusing. So, till we talk to you again, I'm going to hit this white button that says end stream. Big God bless you. Have a wonderful Sunday.